The sun filtered through the branches of the tall oak trees as Emily brushed a strand of hair from her daughter's face. The zoo was crowded today, teeming with families and the sounds of laughter, animal calls, and strollers rattling over uneven pavement. For the first time in weeks, she felt almost normal again, like a woman who had left the past where it belonged. Her daughter, Lila, tugged at her hand, pointing at the giraffes. "Look, Mommy. They're eating the leaves." Emily smiled. "I see, baby. Aren't they beautiful?" But before she could take another step, a voice behind her broke the illusion. "You disappeared 10 years ago. They never found your body." She froze. The words hung in the humid summer air like smoke. She turned slowly, her heart thrumming painfully in her chest. The man standing behind her wore a faded zoo employee uniform and a name tag, Kyle. But none of that mattered. It was his eyes, those familiar storm gray eyes, that made her knees weaken. "I'm sorry," she said, her voice barely above a whisper. He didn't move. "Emily, it's really you." A memory, sharp and brutal, burst forth, of a cliffside road, tires screaming, and then the silence of cold water swallowing her whole. Her hand instinctively went to the thin scar at her temple. "I think you've mistaken me for someone else," she said quickly, gripping Lila's hand. "No," Kyle said. "I was the one who found your car. I called the cops. I waited for hours. I never forgot your face." "Let's go," she told Lila, turning away. But Kyle stepped in front of her. "He told everyone you drowned, that you were mentally unstable. But I knew. I knew something was wrong." Lila looked between them, confused. "Mommy, who is this man?" Emily crouched beside her. "He's no one, baby. Just someone who saw the news, who saw the lies. You didn't just disappear, Emily. You ran. And now you're back, with a child who looks nothing like your husband." Emily's eyes flared. "You have no idea what you're talking about." Kyle held up his hands. "Then tell me. Say it. Say I'm wrong and I'll walk away." She didn't say anything, because Kyle wasn't wrong. 10 years ago, Emily Monroe had been the picture of perfection. A suburban wife to a rising politician, crisp in her tailored skirts and bright smile. But behind closed doors, the man everyone adored was someone else entirely. Daniel had a temper. He controlled her every move. Where she went. Who she spoke to. What she wore. He punished her with silence one day, bruises the next. No one believed her. Not even the therapist he insisted she see, who called her hysterical, after Daniel's charm swept through their sessions. Until Kyle. He was the zoo's maintenance supervisor, hired to renovate the foundation Daniel chaired. He brought coffee without asking. He listened. And for a few wild weeks he reminded her of who she had been before she became a trophy wife. They hadn't meant to fall in love. But they did. Emily had planned to leave Daniel. She had a suitcase hidden in the crawl space. A forged ID. Cash. A motel reservation under a false name. But Daniel found out. He always found out. She remembered the fight. His hand around her throat. Her head slamming into the wall. She ran. Got into the car, barely able to see. The rain, the screaming tires. Then the river. She swam. She lived. They never found her body. And she never contacted Kyle again. Now 10 years later, here he was. And so was Lila, his daughter, though she didn't know it. "I kept your secret," Kyle said quietly. "I told the police I'd only seen you once. I didn't tell them about us." Emily looked away. "I thought I was protecting you. You have no idea what Daniel was capable of." He stepped closer. "You could have told me. I would have helped. I loved you." Her eyes filled. "I loved you too. But I was broken, Kyle. I was barely alive. I didn't even know I was pregnant until I was already gone." He looked at Lila again, this time with a softness that nearly undid her. "She looks like you." "She's better than both of us," Emily whispered. Lila tugged her arm. "Mommy, I want to go see the penguins." Emily nodded, brushing away the tears. She stood, hesitated, then turned back to Kyle. "She can't know. Not yet." He nodded, though his eyes burned with 100 questions. "But can I come with you? Just to the penguins?" A beat passed. And then she nodded. They walked together in silence, Lila skipping ahead. Emily glanced at Kyle. He hadn't changed much. A little grayer, a little more guarded. But beneath it, he was still the man who once whispered, "You deserve better." And maybe, just maybe, she had finally found the courage to believe it. Would you like a continuation or a different version of this story?